Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Miss Unfortunate, and today we're going to be building a Rockstar Mega Mansion. I say mega because this thing is huge. It took me a lot of time to figure out what I wanted to do and how I wanted to build it. And right now I'm just carefully placing down what is basically the basement of the house. Even though it's above ground, it's going to consist of basically all of the pools. There should be 3 pools in this build. And then there will be a very large parking garage that we're going to stuff full of cars. It will be his collection. It won't be the grandest collection because we're kind of limited in The Sims, but it will be a collection nonetheless, and we can use our imaginations. This is the entrance right here. I wanted it to be very what's the word? Bold. Very bold. And I think we did that here. So we're just building it all the way up to the top. And funny story, actually, this is my 3rd time recording this. Last night, I tried to, recording the voice part. I recorded it only once, thank goodness. But that, of course, took a long time as well. Last night, it was midnight, and I'd finally gotten done recording the build. And by the way, this is part 1. There's going to be a part 2 because the build is so massive. I only got the actual building part done and landscaping in this video, and in the next video, we'll go ahead and put furniture and, you know, make the inside really come alive. But like I was saying, I was talking with my brother actually 3 days ago now on Discord and told him I was super inspired and I really want to make this mansion for a rock star, and asked him if he could help me out because he has some really good ideas about you know, house design and whatnot. And so we looked at it together through streaming and he helped me out, and we came out with this really awesome, bold, elaborate mansion. But that took like 12 hours. We were on Discord for like 12 hours trying to figure this out. Right now I'm making like a Nile that's going to be going through the house. It's going to be really cool looking in a moment, and you'll see what I mean by that. But after those 12 hours, I finally figured out what direction I wanted this house to go in. I didn't do any decorating, I just did the shell. Because I obviously didn't want to record the part where I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, because man, that video would be so long. So when I finally got the idea or the gist of how I wanted the build to go, I went ahead and started recording. So at that point, you guys were basically seeing the idea has already come to mind, and now I'm just putting it together. And actually this build from the front looks totally different from the original one that I had planned on. I had made a few improvised a little bit, if I could talk, sorry, and created a few different tweaks. You might also notice that in some parts of this video, there's going to be footage that seems to be going faster than normal. And that would be just when I'm resizing something or when I'm fixing a mistake or something like that. I kept the footage in so you guys could see, you know, why the placement is where it's placed. But I sped it up super fast because I didn't want to waste too much time. I'm actually impressed that I got this whole video down to 22 minutes when originally I believe the footage itself is around 3 to 4 hours. And that's with me knowing where everything should be going. So that took all day yesterday, making this video. I had to make a few videos and then I just kind of squished them all together to make one nice clean video for you guys to view here. And then, yeah, and then now here I am today recording, and I do plan to go and furnish the house today and get that recorded, hopefully, and uploaded. I don't know if it'll be uploaded tonight or tomorrow, though. I don't really have a schedule on my channel just yet, you guys have probably noticed. I've just been throwing videos out when I get them done, which I feel like I've been getting them done at a relatively decent speed, but I do plan to come out with some sort of schedule. And for my birthday, my boyfriend actually got me a cam, one of those Logitech, what is it? This is a C922X Pro Stream webcam. So I can face cam now if you guys would like. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like that. I don't think I'll do it for building videos just because I want all of the attention to be on the build, and I don't think you really see face cams in building videos that often unless we're building with that person. And those type of videos, what webcam I think, or face cam I think is totally legit and fine. I might be adding them to the Let's Play, and you guys can just let me know, you know, while you're watching those if you like seeing my face. If you don't, I can totally remove it. I don't have a green screen or anything like that. I'm really doing YouTube as a hobby right now, so I don't want to put all my resources in it just yet. If it does show a return, then I have no problem with it. I'm actually just really having fun doing this, and it's a really, really nice therapy. It's free therapy, yay! So yeah, that's that. We're basically just trying to fill in all these holes here and make the house start coming together. Right there, I know I could click on a room and then just click on build ceiling, but it didn't work for some reason right there. So this is going to be the grand entrance to the back part of the house, and it's interesting because we won't really have a grand entrance in the front. You'll have the aesthetic grand entrance in the front of the house outside, but when you walk in, it's just going to be a simple little foyer, and not little, but you know, as little as you'll get in a mega mansion. But there's not going to be the giant spiral staircases or anything like that. You're just going to walk in and you can look up and you'll see all of the balconies to the rest of the floors. But the main entrance will be those red glowing stairs that you just saw me put down right there. And we'll be using those glowing stairs throughout. I feel like a rock star would want glowing stairs. And I mean, where else am I going to use them really? So, you know, that's fun and all. I plan to use a lot of stuff I never use in this build, and that's the beauty of it. I never build stuff this large. And if you guys are enjoying it, please let me know in the comments below, because this was actually pretty fun. It was frustrating a little bit because I am tiny house all the way. Everything's small. I don't like large spaces. For one, they're a pain to clean, but let's not even go down that road. But if you guys enjoy these Mega Mansion build, or this Mega Mansion build, it's my only one so far, let me know, and I have no problem with coming up with more. We can do Gothic. We can do, you know, like an opera kind of, like maybe an opera house that was renovated into a mansion, or we can do luxurious or Indian, you know, whatever you guys want. I can figure it out. It'll be fun. I really like to see what kind of things I can do with The Sims and push the boundaries, as far as like the quickest and most simplest example would be smashing two objects together that have no relation, creating one gorgeous object. And I know I see some of my favorite YouTube simmers do that in their builds, and I love doing it. It's so interesting, and it's almost like they created it to where you could do that. I don't know, probably not, but it sure feels like it. Right now, we're actually working on the helicopter pad, because what Mega Mansion doesn't have a helicopter pad that glows at that? And we should see some of those shots later on. We're going to make quite a few bold decisions on the colors here. We're going to have we're going to use that glowing wallpaper a bit, actually, and hopefully it won't be too much. But I kind of want it to be, you know. We're working on the shrubbery, if you will, landscaping. Oh, nope, we just jumped to windows, just kidding. Tension disorder, obviously. And this is the best I could do as far as having an infinity pool, was basically make the walls out of glass. Ooh, I love this part. So right here, obviously the word rock and glowing floor luminescent stuff on the bottom of the pool is pretty sweet. And I was just gonna leave it at that. And then my brother comes along and he's like, that's not good enough. So we cleaned it up really good with the triangle, which is Control F to turn your flooring into a triangle. And then you can do more cool designs. This is the little peekaboo pool. It's like maybe more of a private pool that you can swim in with maybe your date, or if you just want to get away from the big parties, you can just go hide in that pool over there. We did go ahead and throw in some floaties because I just, you know, I guess I just felt like it needed it. Oh, and there's our glowing water everywhere. We used, of course, the glowing wallpaper in the water that's in the game, and I forgot what pack that's from. I'm pretty sure it's from Get Together, I think. I'm not sure, actually. That's embarrassing. 5,000 plus hours? That's pretty embarrassing. But anyway, I used them. Mostly everything in this pack, I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, but it is eco lifestyle. I just really like the way they went modern industrial with it, and I'm not really trying to make the house industrial, but it does have a lot of the steel beams. And right here, we're just putting in some trees. The palm tree that's really leaning into the entrance there was actually my brother's idea. He said it looked very bold and daring, and I figured, you know, maybe he likes it, and if it starts to fall over, then we'll have to chop it down, but it looks cool for now, so we left it. You'll see that I cut through, I did edit out where I did tedious things like lay down all the grass and everything, so that's why you saw it kind of speed up right there. I didn't do it here because there's only 2 pieces. This is right in front of what I think we're going to make the grand suite. But I was on YouTube the other day and I found this video of this lady who has a 3-floor closet. And I really want to put a 3-floor closet in here now. 3-story closet? I don't know. There were 3 different levels of closet and it was 3,000 square feet. And that's like huge. I mean, that's like the size of my last house I lived in, and I couldn't imagine, like, I mean, I can imagine because I saw her closet and it was just full, like there was like a cubby, and inside of every single cubby was a certain style. Like she had like shoes, a purse, and like a few other things that all matched and were the same brand in its own little cubby. And then of course, you know, her clothes everywhere. Right there, I just deleted all that grass because I realized when I zoomed out, it like turned black, like it had some sort of glitch. So I'm just gonna come back to that later and continue on the shrubbery here for the rest of the mansion. Around a helicopter pad, and this little bridge right here actually won't be there later on. I looked at the mansion from far away and I decided it took away too much from my grand entrance. I really wanted that grand entrance to look really like dominating, so we will be taking that out. I really like this little patch of shrubbery right here. It looks really cool from down if you're like at the pool looking up. I didn't add that shot because the way I did it really made me sick, so I edited it out. I try to edit out a lot of times where I wiggle the camera because what that is me just kind of moving from left to right, seeing if it looks okay. And I didn't realize how much I did that until I recorded. So I edit out, I can't speak English. I removed all of the parts, hopefully, where I just was going really weird with the camera there. I didn't want anyone to get sick because of me. Right here, well, where we just were, that's going to be a glass ceiling for our grand entrance with the red staircase. And eventually we'll be working on the glass hallway that's right in front of it. Looks like I figured out how I wanted to do the grass over here. And I suppose this is how I decided to go with it. I sped up through it, but I showed the very last strip on how I did it, just in case you guys wanted to copy that. And of course, these little outstretches of land deserve some sort of monument on the edges. I decided to go with these because I didn't want to put anything in the mansion that wasn't unlocked yet. But now that I think about it, there's no way I'm going to be able to design or decorate the inside the way I want to without all of the, you know, all the stuff you can unlock with Get Famous. So I might end up actually using them, and I'll just let you guys know that that is a cheat that we have turned on. Oh, I guess I should mention it, but I do it in every single build I ever do, is bb.moveobjects on. I don't know if there's really anyone that builds without it now. It's just such a famous thing, or it's just an easy thing to be able to manipulate the lot the way you want it to, the way you want it to be. We're just going through and adding all the windows in now. I tried to do this in sections the best I could, to where there wasn't too much jumping around, but when you're building, I just can't help it. Sometimes just subconsciously, or you just realize that you don't know how to complete this section, so you're just gonna jump on and move to the next thing. And then you could come back to it later and with a fresh mind, fix it up at that point. So that's the garage room that we just stretched a little bit. And we're continuing to add more windows. Gosh. See, I've recorded this 3 times now. So the first time, I think I was about to tell you guys and I got distracted, but the first time it was at midnight and I was halfway asleep. So I was like, I listened to it yesterday or today and I was like, oh, that doesn't sound good. So then I recorded it again and I was quite pleased with the recording actually. And then I went back and I realized I didn't have the right mic selected. So it was trying to pick me up from my headset mic and not my Yeti. So I recorded absolutely nothing. Just dead air, silence. So now here I am recording again, and it's not as funny or fun as the last one, so I'm sorry that you guys didn't get to hear whatever greatness I had in that video. But yeah, literally right now we're just going through picking out all the windows, and I really wish I was good with, I don't have a degree in interior and exterior design. I just kind of put in there what I think looks good as an average consumer. Currently, I am in construction under my house, and I did redesign the entire new house that we're living in. But that's just because I watch way too much HGTV. You know what I mean? So this is all just kind of what, a basic person would build, I guess, without any knowledge of what they're doing. And it can show, and I don't know why I'm pointing it out, but I don't really care. I told you guys I'll tell you what I think you need to know. And what you need to know is that I had no idea what color to make those windows. So that's the whole gist of that story. This is our glass hallway that I'm working on. I feel like I work on it and then I go do something else and then I come back and finish it. Oh, no, we finish it. Cool. So that's the glass hallway. It's fantastic. I love glass hallways. I had one in my old high school. Shout out to anyone that goes to Fort Collins High School or did. I went there and it was great. In the new Fort Collins High School, there was an old one. I think the building was like 100 or 200 years old and they needed a new one because it was falling apart. I don't know. But they built a brand new Fort Collins High School. And that's the one I went to. And basically it was just like a square building and then it had 3 other like really long rectangle shaped wings coming out of it. And then at the very edge of those wings, it had glass hallways connecting each tip of the wing. So you didn't have to walk all the way back around to get to the next hallway if you had like science over there and math in like the first wing or something like that. So I thought that was really cool. I mean, it was as glass as it could be. The bottom was not glass because I'm sure that would freak some kids out. So, but our hallway is glass on the bottom because we're a rock star and we don't care if we freak anyone out. We're hoping to freak people out. We want to be different. Up there, I created kind of a way to get to the helicopter. I do want the Sims to be able to get up there. Not that they'll be able to use a helicopter. How cool would that be if we had helicopters? I mean, I would be upset if we had that before cars, but I think that'd be really cool. It doesn't even have to just an option to right click a helicopter pad and travel. And then you're traveling in a helicopter, you don't even have to just let me have the helicopter be there and I don't even have to just show. I know animation's expensive and I was about to say just show me getting in it and taking off. And I know that would be expensive, but that would be so worth it. I feel like this game has been the biggest out of all of their games, The Sims 4. I know The Sims 3 was huge, but I feel like The Sims 4 is just connecting to so many different generations now that, age gaps that so many people, will play this game. I don't think they're going to come out with Sims 5 for a while. What do you guys think? Comment below. I don't think they're going to come out with Sims 5 because this game seems like the graphics are somewhat, not necessarily ageless, but they're doing really well for the time period that we're in right now. I see maybe 5 more years and then they'll probably come out with Sims 5. Who knows what that'll be like? Does anyone want it to be online? I would like there to be an option to be online and offline. Or not offline, but I would like there to be a story mode again. I'd like there to be a single player, and I'd like there to be servers, kind of like how Ark is, where you can have a certain amount of servers maybe, and maybe you can let the players control their servers. You can have them hosted, but let them be the admins and whatnot of them. Or I guess you could just join online, kind of like Fallout, how they did with Fallout, where you just join a certain, automatically join a certain server until so many people are in that server and then they close it. or lock it until someone else leaves. But then you wouldn't be able to play with the same people all the time. But then maybe you wouldn't want to. I don't know. There's so many different ways that they could do it. What do you guys think? I don't know. I think it would be cool to have the option, but I would definitely not mind having my single player as well, because I don't like other people coming in and messing up my storylines. You know what I mean? You feel me? Right now we're just adding some shrubbery. We're not trying to go industrial, so I've had second thoughts about removing what I had just placed there with those vines and whatnot, but I left it. I was like, whatever. This is where we start taking away that bridge that we had going around, which I really liked, but it took away from the front so bad. And you can see I'm really struggling with these colors. I feel like there's way too much wood. I feel like there's not enough wood. This white looks weird. This doesn't look like gray. I could definitely, I mean, if you guys want to download it and change the colors, I would not be offended. I don't know. It looks okay. I really forced that wood in there though. I feel like I might change it by the end of everything's done. We might come up with a better idea. Definitely, if you guys have any recommendations, put them down below and I will change the house before I upload it to the gallery. I can also upload the house to the gallery without anything done on the inside because no rooms have been planned out. It's completely a shell, just an empty shell on the inside. That way, if you guys want, you can just design it the way you want on the inside and you can change all the colors, what have you, and then I can upload again after I design it. But here's some images of the final product. So we got the front, here's the first floor, second floor, third floor, and fourth floor, and I believe this will be the fifth. Yep, fifth floor, very top with the helicopter pad, and a few more angles of the front. It was a really cloudy day, so we didn't really get any great images of the city in the background. But I will be sure to make sure that that is in the images today when I do the decoration of the house, because I want you guys to see the view that you get when you're in the back of the house, because it is insane, especially at night. It looks really cool at night. But yeah, that's my version of the infinity pool. This is looking up and through that glass bridge. That's the glass bridge in the grand entrance in the back, and that is the glass looking down into that. I just threw that into that part of the roof for now. I don't know if I'll leave it there. I don't even know if the Sims can walk through those doors. Just a few more images. There's our Sim throwing his simoleons. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do like hanging out with me, let me know. Hit the like, smash the subscribe, and I'll continue to come out with more of this stuff. If you have any recommendations, I would love to hear from you. Anyways, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye!